Wilton on offense.
That's what she does. She erases mistakes on the defensive end, over 4 blocks per game.
There's Myers. Starts right, goes left.
There from the post.
Just
player.
Tip to one on the one. Go on the rhythm and doesn't fall. Go
Pretty
into the
nifty.
It goes as Goslin.
Well, perfect timing on that pass from Amy McConnell, who held on to it just long enough to make the defender commit.
Here's Meyer at the free throw line. They'll work it down low. Cunningham, 21 first half points. Picks up the dribble. Now coming around towards the top of the key outside the wing, picking up the dribble of her own is Pearsall. She'll drive in. Up and off the window for 2.
But again, they did a much better job on Myers' first catch, but that time Biancardi turned and looked at the ball, and that's the only chance her defender needed to make that hard back cut to the rim. Pretty offense from Wilton.
South Windsor back on offense. Still down by 20, a minute and a half in here in the second half. Trying to get some free space. That's Goslin. Now McConnell will test. She gets it poked away. Wilton basketball.
McConnell having a rough game so far, just 4 of 15 from the floor.
In between the 2 circles, about 2 minutes in here in the third quarter. Rejection on the low block, but it goes right to Cunningham. She misses. Second effort's good. Some free space coming over for the help side. That had the effect on that. Shot up and off the window. Brosco came over to help.
And it was a well-designed offensive set. They cleared out that side of the floor because they had all 4 other players engaged in screening action on the weak side.
Meyer to Cunningham. She doesn't convert. The lead pass a little bit behind. Nowhere to go. Meyer there rejects another shot. Kept with the Bobcats. Ball loose on the floor, rolling around. That's Brosco. She turns it right back over, however. The buddy doesn't go. Still kept with South Windsor. And a held basketball is called. It'll be going down the other way here with 5:16 to go in the third quarter.
Now that was a sequence you don't see every day. South Windsor going to pick up the full court pressure here, and I think that's a good move. They've got to try and create some offense from their defense at this point.
Pearsall picks up the dribble in front of her own bench, finds Meyer well outside the wing. She'll drive left, gets the contact, going to be called for the offensive foul.
But see, that was a much better defensive possession from South Windsor because they shut down the cutters and forced Meyer to try and make a play on her own from that high post area.
It's going to be South Windsor basketball. Wilton still on top. About 3 minutes in here to the second half. Goslin at the elbow, picks up the dribble, now straight away. Head fake, drive, little space, rejected from behind by Cunningham. It's going to stay South Windsor basketball.
I just really think they've got to get the ball to one side, force that defense to rotate, and then reverse the ball and attack the second side of the floor. They're not maximizing their speed advantage because they're not moving this defense enough.
Goslin's 3 off the mark. Warriors clip the timeline. A full timeout called by Wilton. Something didn't go right for the Warriors.
No, Coach Porco was not happy. I'm not sure what she wasn't happy
She
with.
was not happy, though. There was some sort of breakdown that went along.
I'd love to have her problems. Up 22 midway through the third quarter in a state championship game.
CPTV Sports will be releasing our spring schedule during our coverage of the 2015 CIAC Winter Championships. It's wire-to-wire action of boys and girls lacrosse, baseball, softball, and boys volleyball. Additionally, Rockcats baseball is back on CPTV Sports. Find out how you can watch by visiting cptvsports.org. That's cptvsports.org. It's 49-27 with 4:32 to go in the third quarter. So whatever was said there, we'll see how Wilton responds. South Windsor's still down by 20 plus.
I would actually love to know. I'm very curious what the message was, because I didn't see anything. I didn't see any major mistakes.
Maybe EW got the inside scoop over there. I don't know. She's lurking around.
She's just demanding excellence from them at all times.
Excellence on offense there by Meyer.
She's getting it.
Response there by the 6'3" forward. Gonna go play basketball at Providence. That one poked away. See if the defense can translate to offense now.
Well, you could see Coach Porco on the sidelines yelling, no, 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 slow it down, slow it down.
A turnover there by the Warriors. Under 4 to play here in the third quarter.
You know, this type of game situation, this big of a lead midway through the third quarter, you almost have to become like a ball control football team right now, and you want to make sure your time of possession is pretty substantial each time up the floor. Take as much time off the clock as you can. And for a team that executes as well in the half court as Wilton does, that's no problem, because that's when they're at their best anyway.
Bobcats will inbound near their bench on the baseline.
Now this is a creative chant. Did you hear that from the Wilton crowd? Why so quiet? I like that one.
That's been going around since, I don't know, at least when I was in high school, Adam. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but considering that it was, first of all, I was in high school a lot longer ago than you were.
You got that right now.
But, I mean, they were just chanting, I believe we will win. I mean, hey, kids,
That's
it's
a
25,
that's
25 in the third quarter.
I have a gripe against that.
I have a gripe against that. Like, that's effective if it's a tie game or something, but...
Far from a tie, another jumper knocked down, this time by Brosco on the baseline. And the floodgates are starting to peer open a little bit more.
And I'll say this for South Windsor. I mean, for Coach LeClaire, he probably feels like his kids could have played better, but I'm not sure there's much they can do against this Wilton team. I mean, this is just a powerhouse right now. The way they're playing today, I don't think they were going to be beaten.
Wilton's only loss of the year came in the first game of the season against Fairfield Ludlow in a 45-42 game. And I don't know if this is a misprint or not, but then they came back and beat Bassick 68-7. So I don't know if that's a misprint or if that's a severe beatdown after a loss.
It does say 68-7.
Oh, I'm seeing that.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. On the CIAC paperwork for this game.
I don't think they'd lie to us, right?
No. Then they won their next one by 43. I mean,
quickly figured it out.
Yeah, got the message.
Sweet little turnaround off the front iron, flipped out, corralled by, well, guess who? Cunningham with the rebound.
You know, as good as she's been tonight, I think just about everybody's played well for Wilton.
Turnover at the free throw line, trying to go the other way with it. That one's short as well. Kept alive, and it's going to be on the baseline. It'll stay South Windsor basketball.
And, you know, you just feel for Amy McConnell fighting back from that injury. She missed this game a year ago. Just such a terrific kid, terrific leader. We saw her earlier in the season on CPTV Sports. Just having a rough day today.
Goslin the floater. That one doesn't go. Meyer is there to rip it down. Sweet pass underneath and quick to move. They're just gliding along here on this floor.
Well, that's the part that I don't think South Windsor could have prepared for. There's the speed and quickness. They knew they were big, but they're a whole lot more athletic than they get credit for.
1:28 to go here in the third quarter, and maybe we had different expectations for how South Windsor would come out of the halftime break, or maybe not, because Windsor, I think, has just continued to accelerate on that gas pedal.
Yeah, I think this is more about what Wilton is doing right than what South Windsor is doing wrong. I'll say this. I mean, I'm sure Capital Prep would be the favorite, but if Wilton plays like this, I'd love to see that game, them and Capital Prep.
First three of the evening for South Windsor, as McConnell was the one to knock it down. Now she commits the foul on Cunningham, who's going to go to the free throw line.
Their half-court execution is as good as any team I've seen. I mean, they cut and move without the ball incredibly well.
Free throw good.
And we forget that was a high-powered Mercy team that they beat in the semifinal. A Mercy team that was ranked either 1 or 2 in our power poll all season long.
Second one goes as well. 59-32. Sneaking around, Gosselin, however, doesn't finish. She's had plenty of opportunities in open space.
Yeah, she has, but how about this from the stat sheet? Triple-double watch. We've talked about how good Erin Cunningham has been. Erica Meyer has 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Just over 60 seconds to go in the third.
Scratch that, 11 points.
Still on the triple-double watch.
Still on the triple-double, right. Already got double digits in points.
McConnell will drive. Wanted some contact there. Bodies go to the floor. McConnell comes away with it, kicks out. Jackson now one more. Head fake Gosselin, drives in, kicks baseline. Good.
Well, that's the kind of possession they needed more of earlier in this game, where they attack one side, force that defense to collapse, then get the ball to the second side of the floor and find an open shot.
Meyer with the head fake, the second look. Doesn't go, tipped right to Cunningham. Airballs it. Brosco keeps it alive. Meyer maybe looked like she traveled. No, she got fouled.
I thought she got fouled on the first one.
Well, they give her the benefit of the doubt on the second one with 25.6 to go in the third quarter.
There are numbers.
Triple-double watch. All the way. Meyer now at 12.
But you have to think with her shot blocking, there would be nights where she's at least within the realm of possibility for a quadruple-double even with her shot blocking. I mean, there's had to have
does
been...
LeBron James do that on a daily basis,
no, I just mean,
basis?
when
here?
everything goes right, she's a player who it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Couldn't agree more, and certainly flexing every little bit of muscle here on the South Windsor team.
I'm sure she will love the LeBron James comparison, though.
Who doesn't love an LBJ reference? Come on. It's a big lead for Wilton as Meyer knocks down both.
What was that technical term you used in the first half? They lead by a lot, was it?
I think a lot, yeah. I struggle with math sometimes. I hate to point out my flaws.
This is a lot.
I don't really need to get technical here, do I? Now down to 2. Need a shot. And a rejection there as time expires here in the third quarter. Well, one half of Mohegan Sun stands up and cheers. The other one sits down and I don't think really knows what to do. It's a 61-34 lead for Wilton. And the Warrior fans are allowing them to hear it at Mohegan Sun. The students are loving it. The final quarter of play comes up next. It's the CIAC on CPTV Sports.
Here tonight. Well, guys, it's hard to deny the dominance of Wilton here tonight, and to make it even more inspiring is the fact that these girls have been through a lot over this past week. 2 of them suffered personal losses in their family. Erica Meyer lost her grandfather, and Karen Brosco lost her grandmother, all in this week. And when I talked with head coach Jacqueline Porco, she told me really that they have 2 new angels looking over them, and obviously they're helping them play here tonight. She says it speaks a lot about how close-knit this team is, helping each other get through any type of obstacle that comes their way during the season, and to remain focused through it all. Brian?
Erica, I think they've dodged every obstacle they can here, especially on the floor. Playing a little bit of fire, a little extra, little spark here for this team. It's certainly showing here coming out of a tough week, and this maybe will be able to put a little bit of a smile on their face a little bit more here if they're able to come away with some hardware here at Mohegan. Going the other way, a body goes to the ground, they let them play.
Yeah, they are letting them play right now. LeClaire wants a foul, but I thought the no call on the opposite end was kind of more surprising.
Bobcats are probably going to do everything in their own power here to press, to get steals, to do something. But then you allow opportunities like this. The quick ball movement from the Warriors, and they get right back set up on offense.
Well, it's so hard to press a team that has a presence like Erica Meyer because she gives you a big target in the middle of the defense and also a tremendous passer, as we've talked about on a number of occasions already.
Cunningham with the basket. McConnell tries a three. And Biancardi got knocked to the ground fighting for the rebound.
You can see the stands getting more and more crowded as fans start to file in for our next game, the final one of the day, the Double L Boys Final.
Some superstars in that one.
Yeah, that should be a fun one. I'll tell you what, there's some superstars in this one too.
I agree. Wing three doesn't go. Meyer there to collect the board. She's got to be double-double territory right now.
Well,
right?
that was her 10th rebound, yeah.
So now we got the triple watch
You're
for Meyer.
better at math than you thought.
I knew my math skills were getting there. 13, 10, and 6. I had the confirmation.
And I think the chase for the triple-double now is really only going to be limited by the fact that they're trying to burn some clock offensively and not cutting to the rim as anywhere nearly as often as they did before.
Turnover on a traveling violation. 6:18 to go in this one, and a 63-37 lead for the Warriors.
I can tell you what, there's probably only one person in this building right now who doesn't feel like the lead is secure, and that is Jacqueline Porco. There's something unsettling about having even a big lead late in the fourth quarter. You just see there's a lot of time left on that clock, and you don't want to leave anything up to chance.
Brosco will give it a try. Faces up and knocks down a jumper.